Okay, so looks like I waited too long to set that up. Anyway, so this is a redo of my previous recording because I had my mic audio completely off. Can I spell it? Oh, I am spelling. Freeze time. I'll probably end up setting up the build, but a bit later. But honestly, all of my perks are basically prestige here, though I see my foot's covered in perks right now. But nice, it'll be fun. So, found out this is really silly. Oh yeah, so a really silly thing I found with freeze time is if it procs mid-leap hunt jump for the hunters, they actually lose all momentum if they're already leaped. Because then they just plop right back on the ground and then they have no leap. It's really hilarious. They've been completely denied. Also, that 3-second feels so incredibly short from FreezeFrame. No, it's 3 seconds. Okay, leap at me. Bye. Alright. Pick number 1. Oh yeah, so I also briefly mentioned before, actually I don't think I mentioned it in recordings for the previous one I did, but I didn't record my mic because I was stupid. So I did mention that I noticed I sometimes do, though I didn't know how, was my launcher sometimes doing 39k at Grenadier, and you see the 60k on beserkers or 50k. Found realized that was because of the PBO panel. So yeah, there's that. A couple of things I've gotten used to now. Also, previously I've just been allowed my dumb. So I have bandage. To reload when I go back. And then smoke bomb, I didn't realize it should just be smoke bombing immediately once I know I need to have to go back. Because I can reload mid on the way there anyway. Priority should be getting back faster than it's reloading. Simply this to save an extra second on the solder supply activation. And I also realized that smoke bomb very nicely covers the weight, the speed loss from weight. Because weight loss is a net minus 25% speed. Smoke bomb is just a plus 25. So that balances out. Okay, it's gone now, so I have to use the time bomb. If I can push this back. Spawn killing is a bit obnoxious. This, I'll be honest, I wouldn't recommend people to solo Nightmare as in their first solo origin. It's very good for XP though. The only way that as a Nightmare, that's a bit rough. Especially considering this is a spawn kill. Wizards is sometimes a bit easier to pick up Scavenger, because some maps I really just don't function well, because if I do it on Forest, for example, the map's so big I can't actually pick it up, and that's just a huge PS plus. mine. It is. It's fine. So I have no fallback plan now, at least for now. Stuff. There's that. Push the leg. Where are you? Thanks for leaping directly into me from my shadow supply. It saves me. Because if the hunter stalled a bit longer, I might have actually died here. Time bombs. Freeze feels so incredibly long. Because that's 26 seconds, which is actually double my current freeze frame. Because my freeze frame is only 3 seconds. That's 6. And 3 seconds feels so short, and then 6 feels so long. Although, you could think I'm actually gonna prestige that next right now. Nice. Try to stalk or something. Freeze frame. Buying more time for myself. Very nice. Slowly getting pushed back. But that's fine. Sorry, there's no this box is so small. There's this. I had no debuff, so there's a zombie behind me that I missed. Somehow. I should have stopped there for a couple of time bombs now. Maybe 1 or 2 max. Yep, 2. That's also fairly safe. I have a bad feeling right now. That's fine. Fully push the button to the spot. That is not very good. This might be very close. Ha! Synced. Very silly. I am hunter. Wait, no, we're not. I was waiting for it. Oh, yeah. Just miss me on me. I am so close. And looks like I'm about to do a successful 30 sword. I failed this a couple of times too, and I know from Azure who actually missed my 7. There we go. Watched me fail this with what I was using at the time was actually Undying strat. Although I think FreezeFrame is a bit better actually. A FreezeFrame build rather than Undying. Because I got pushed back too consistently. And also I was being really stupid and I believe Oh yeah, I swapped to W94 after image. After image is really nice though. Because cuts remove the ability for Grenadier to restore baits, so you can't use that tactic anymore, but you can still circumvent it, also smoke bombs, using that as a lure for yourself. Now you still are wasting a perk for after image, but you know, after image is very nice. I'm gonna shut off this music because that's obnoxious. Well, looks like that's about all I have for this video, so looks nice. Well, that was a good solo one. Let me take a look at the leaderboard. The funny thing, I got the most kills on wave 25 and 20. Wave 20 I actually got 199, like one off from 2k. And then after wave 25 I actually did break 2k. Less than wave 30 though. This is probably where useless running does better damage. Where's my rank? Okay, we're good. I just want to see there. I'm about 120 before. Well, I could probably technically do another one. I have things to do tomorrow though, so I'm just gonna sleep because it's midnight right now. Whoa, my YouTube bottom freaked out. Nothing about it. I think this is gonna be literally the first the first recording, video that I'm also gonna upload onto my YouTube channel. But I zoomed in. I feel like I'm zoomed in. I am. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, this is literally gonna be the first recording that I actually have. I use my V2 model because most of my videos on my YouTube channel I just subtitle everything. I don't actually voice over any of it or use FreezeFrame. Oh yeah, that's right. I recall. Let me move this up a bit. So yeah, you can see right there. All my new links are falling now. Nice. Kind of keep you guys different. But yeah, FreezeFrame. Like everything else, I have those prestige for this. But I don't think most people could actually use this build. I'll be honest. Even people with stuff can. Because I have one extra advantage, I'm using a leaderboard slot for this. Otherwise, I mean, technically speaking, you don't need all of like this or FreezeFrame. Now, those two are very good combinations, but ultimately, you don't. This, the Shadow Supply M32 is strong enough by itself. Let me move this back. Alright, so let's see. So if you're not using these two, you can end up usually seeing like kick this out. Typically you could go with a bit something like this. And or soften executioner. That's very good perk, honestly. It saves you a lot of crowd conserved DPS. You can distribute a shot a shot too for killing blow. Because let's be honest here, executioner is insanely strong. I noticed this is also really finicky with the multi-shot, scatter shot too. Because it doesn't work for single shot kills if you run one shot, but if you have multiple hits, like for example a minigun, LMG, or even a shotgun. Yeah, so if one of those actually hits and puts them below 30%, I think it's 30%? No, 35%. So if one of them hits below 35%, then all the other shots get it. If it's the same hit that causes it to hit 35% or below, it doesn't apply the damage bonus. Multi-shot is really weird. So in that case, right, if one of them causes it, then it applies that bonus to every single pellet that hits them. So you can get really insanely high damage with it. Now it also, I mean, it doesn't work that well if you have quote unquote lowish single shot. Like even if you have a minigun with 4 hits, right? Even with that activating, it's not gonna do too much. Maybe you could get it to happen recently with super crit. Maybe you run super crit with it. Usually I run speed builds on virtually everything though, because honestly they're very strong. It's a universal source of crit, which I really like. Oh yeah. I wish I could fully use scavenger on every map. especially when I'm side of supply. It's really obnoxious. But anyway, yeah, so that's mostly the rundown of what my build is nowadays. Mostly, because it has very good single target DPS too. Like even if it's single target, by default when I get experiment, because you can use experiment drink as a compound 30% fire rate buff. Both these two by themselves, that plus 40% speed is another plus 60% attack speed. Like a they've included another 20%, yeah. But it's basically, let's see, 4, 6, 12, and then 16. Because place 4. But usually you lose that place 4 depending on your weight. I have 3 weights, so I already lose 3 out of 4 there. But there is a massive difference from going from plus 60%, plus 70, and then what is it? Plus 150% attack speed. That is a really huge DPS increase, especially for this kind of build. Now, that stat count is also the same for this, which is really stupid, because you could get very easily 20 stacks, and that's nearly 50% crit chance right there. So yeah, that's really broken. The only issue is if you're running guns, which I don't actually like too much, mostly because they have really terrible control damage, even if you have Pierce, right? I really don't like them that much. They're a bit... because like, my launcher, direct hit, oh that's loud. But are you actually... wow, okay. So anyway, so this build is single target runs, if I have size supply up or not. I have around, I believe my base is actually around 10 shots per second. Now, I won't actually get 10 shots per second without Shadow Supply because this magazine is ass, because it's 5, and also it's a launcher, so you can't expect like a crazy magazine. But 10 shots a second with 2100 impact damage from direct hit? Yeah. I have around usually 220k, 21k plus DPS for single target, assuming I land all those hits directly. And also House of Splash, so yeah, I mean it works with Crush Control and single target. It's the main thing I really love about Shadow Supply in 32. It's very fucking silly. And yeah, it gets more silly if I synchronize it with the FreezeFrame, because now that DPS is completely double. Who doesn't know of 500,000 DPS a second? Because that's totally not broken. To be fair, the conditions to hit that is a bit obnoxious. Like, it's not like I'm gonna use that constantly, but for hordes, that pretty much wipes them. So yeah, I mean, I'm doing my job, so it works. So you know, who cares? That's what matters. If it works, who cares? If you win the wave, it doesn't matter if it's really scuffed. But, okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. So, just me rambling on for about, maybe, I don't know, 15, 16 minutes, I don't fucking know. Well, that was good. I guess, yeah. So, can I take off these fucking... There you go. I took out my sunglasses. Well, there you go. Even though it looks silly as fuck. Well, anyway, I'm gonna close this stream now. So, well, this isn't a stream. This is me recording. But yep, I'm gonna go to bed now. So, see you all. See you all later. And this is weirdly the first video that I actually record with my VTuber model. But you know, that was nice.